Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with AC Milan. We're taking on Cagliari away from home today in Serie A, and with Juventus away at Atalanta, a possible chance to close the gap over the champions and the league leaders. Atalanta, a difficult side, they took some points off of ourselves and a 1-1 draw. Fair enough, they only had one shot that entire game and we absolutely battered them. But clearly they can dig in and get a result, and they've got a couple of flair players who've got potential to cause Juve some bother. But obviously we're going to be focusing on our own game here against Cagliari. The form apparently saying there that we've been inconsistent. I think that's a bit unfair on us. We've done pretty well, I feel. But we do have a lot of suspensions to deal with today. Frank Kessie unfortunately unable to play, so Lucas Biglia comes in. Antonelli unable to play. Ricardo Rodriguez can slot right back into the team though. Abate unable to play, which is more of an issue. We're going to have to go, unfortunately, with Calabria injured as well. I'm going to have to put Paletta in, and I'm going to actually go with Bonucci as the wing back here. It is not something that he enjoys doing particularly, but he's a good enough player, a smart enough player with enough quality that he should be able to slot in there as well. So we're going to go with this. Çalhanoğlu is wanted by Bayern, which we won't be selling to. Arsenal and Spurs want Romagnoli, and Paletta is wanted by a couple of teams in China. I'm going to have a little look at him just now actually. He's only worth 2.5. He's a 31-year-old defender. He's okay. If we got a decent bid, I would maybe let him go. Cotrone is wanted by Benfica, but he won't be going anywhere. Chinese teams wanting Abate. Antonelli as well. Calabria is wanted by Arsenal, Liverpool and Atletico, which is not going to happen. He actually has a deal. It's only a 2-year deal he actually has. Let's discuss a new contract with him at the moment actually. A first team player, absolutely. Let's try and get him on 27.5 for 5 years. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just chuffed with that. So we're going with this squad. We're going with Donnarumma, Musacchio, Paletta, Romagnoli, Bonucci, Rodriguez, Locatelli and Biglia, Bonaventura, Hakan, Çalhanoğlu and Henri Silva. That's what we're taking away to Cagliari today. Hopefully we'll be able to do the business here. Cagliari going with a bit of a weird formation here. A sweeper they're playing, that's very unusual. I suppose this is a 1-2-2-3-2 you would maybe say. A bit of a hole to operate though for the two attacking midfielders, so hopefully we should be able to do the business. I think this formation actually kind of suits us. Assertively going to tell them to go and win this match today. We need to make sure that we understand we're the favourites here. We need to go and assert ourselves. Just encourage them generically there, but there should be a space in behind the midfield for the two attacking midfielders to operate in the hole today. That sweeper's a bit weird, I think. We'll see how it operates actually. I'm always interested in that because I think past Football Manager games the sweeper's been kind of a redundant role. Hasn't really worked properly. I have to say, in the opening 20 minutes it seems to be working fine. Absolutely no breakthrough for us at all, no chances whatsoever. 1 shot to 0 in their favour. Now two shots apiece as Bologna take the lead at Spal. Van der Wiel in the book, but half an hour gone. Absolutely nothing. Barreca now with the throw in. Giaccarini, good challenge on him, but it is Barreca picking it back up. Now Sau, he will play it in. It's away by Rodriguez. It will come to Ionita though. Ionita closed down. Can he move it? He can indeed to Giaccarini. He has space out wide. Barella now though, closed down, goes back to Ionita. They're just teasing this out here. Giaccarini, Barella, there's a bit of space for a ball through, but he has held on to it. Giaccarini again, taking their time, playing it through. It's a great ball, great bit of move there actually, but Marco Sau just puts it well wide of the post in the end. But good play from Cagliari, you have to say. As we approach half time, we've been completely ineffectual, and that is half time. Wow, that's really quite dull. Yeah, it's time for everyone to dig in. We deserve to win the match, go do it. Let's see what they say to that. I'm going to bring Cotrone on for Silva. The young man knows how to score a goal, and Silva apparently has been poor today, so we'll bring him on. Paletta playing it to Romagnoli now, playing it to Rodriguez. Let's check the Juventus score out of interest. I have no idea how I can check scores right now actually. I don't see any option for doing it. An hour played. If we get to 70, I think I'll need to make some more drastic changes. We are now at 70 minutes. Suso coming on for Bonaventura. And I'm going to go... Oof, not really many options for actually changing this around. Let's push Suso out wide right, and we'll take Çalhanoğlu off for Borini. Borini gets his favoured role, and Suso will too as an inside forward. So we'll go with that and see what that gets us. But I mean, it's been a horrible game, to be honest, to watch. I have to apologise to the viewers because there's been absolutely nothing of interest happening in this game whatsoever. As Lucas Bilia goes into the book, we'll have to tell the lads to push forward right now, if it will let me. So I'm telling them to push forward now. Suso and Borini out wide with Cotrone alone up top. Not much created. Rodriguez now, basically would be stealing the points here if we manage to get something, as Bilia plays it to Borini. Rare chance for him to shine. Oof, he's went back to Locatelli. Ended up working out there, but it was a bit dodgy. Musacchio picking it up now. Out to Bonucci. Simple ball forward to Suso. The 1-2 with Bonucci is actually there if Suso wishes to go that way. He goes back to Locatelli though, starting to run forward. Bilia picking it up. Not much room for anything. Bilia with a good ball actually out to Rodriguez. Has to move this on quick to Borini. It takes too long. And he's downed by Van der Wiel. It will be a red card to Van der Wiel, and it will now be higher tempo, overload. We need to turn the screw here. We've got 12 minutes or so. This is the kind of game where champions would rise up, take advantage of a sending off and get the victory. Atalanta are still holding Juventus at 0-0, so if we manage to get a point here, we really would be in charge in the title race as we come up for the halfway point. Most played long by the goalkeeper. Romagnoli heading it away. Cotrone trying to get in there. Krisetic away again. Cotrone heads it down to Suso, so we look to push forward here. Suso can go out wide to Bonucci and just make it simple. Bonucci now should have a return pass to Suso. He tries a crazy ball to Borini. What a pass that is from the big man. Rodriguez now, can he pick out young Cotrone? He drills it in, and it's one of those. 4 added minutes only. It looks like they're going to hold. Yep, Bilia, free kick. We would be absolutely robbing them if we got this here. Oof, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Cragno, as Fiorentina take a 3-2 lead late on against Sampdoria, but it looks like Cagliari have held on. Cragno taking his time to punt this one, and the referee blows time. Really flat performance. I mean, there's not too much I can say either way. I can't be really raging. It wasn't a terrible performance. We didn't lose, but we've lost ground to Juventus in the title race now. We're only 5 clear of Bologna all of a sudden. When did Juventus score? The 85th and the 89th. See what I was saying? Champions rise up and win a game late on, whereas we just kind of allowed the game to peter out. You have to say though, Cagliari looked very, very solid there. I'm surprised they're actually as low as they are in the table, 18 points. That bottom 6 teams, very, very cut adrift, shall we say. Any of those 6 could really be the 3 going down. Then there's a 5-point gap up to Napoli in 14th. Ourselves obviously still leading the race for the right to challenge Juventus for the title, but I just think Juventus are going to have too much for us. Those games where they're Udinese winning 4-2 over Inter, they're now 5 behind. Excuse me, those games Juventus rise up and win, whereas we don't. We kind of peter it out for a 0-0. I won't be too disappointed, by the way, if we do end up second place. A comfortable second place behind Juventus would have been perfectly acceptable early on, and clearly the board feels so, as they're going to give me a new contract now. I'm just going to finalise deal. I don't really care about the terms of the deal. That's another thing that people have been to actually make your earnings as a manager have some sort of significance. They're completely irrelevant. I mean, allegedly they impact your job security because it's going to cost more money in compensation to get rid of you or something, but at the end of the day, what's your job security? It's how good are you playing on the pitch. That's basically all it is. Clubs will spend millions upon millions to terminate someone who isn't getting the job done, so it's just a worthless thing. Some people have suggested things like being able to invest your money, Anthony Martial, being able to invest your money in a club or something like that when you get a certain amount. I think that could be interesting, perhaps. Napoli have hired Brendan Rodgers as the Napoli gaffer. Alright, that's interesting. That's very interesting. See how he gets on. Obviously, for those of you who aren't aware, I am a Celtic fan in real life, so Brendan Rodgers, obviously, I'm going to be interested to see how he gets on here at Napoli. But first of all, we're taking on Torino, who are apparently in strong vein of form at the moment. Antonelli, Abate and Frank Kessie can all return to the team here. Abate will come in for Bonucci. Bonucci will be benched for this one, interestingly, because it is a rotational team that will play the Cup. Antonelli coming in, Zaniolato in for Lucas Biglia. He can play alongside he can play alongside Locatelli. Frank Kessie can stay on the bench. Cotrone can come on up front. I'm going to start Suso ahead of Çalhanoğlu just now. Suso and Bonaventura can play. 75 minutes of action for Suso is recommended, so we can certainly allow that. 4-1-4-1 here from Torino. Chievo recently brought that to San Siro, and we pretty easily picked them apart, so hopefully that'll be easily done. Donnarumma is the captain because he's a class lad. The rest is about Locatelli's new contract. So Locatelli and Calabria both signing new deals here that will keep them here for a long time. I believe until 2022 they've both been secured to. So that is excellent news. Two amazing young prospects, one of the best midfield prospects in Locatelli and one of the best fullback prospects in Calabria. Both Italian lads, both coming through as youth players here at Milan. So excellent stuff. I love that kind of thing. Abate to Locatelli. Back to Abate, can he get the ball in? He pokes it to Locatelli as well, teasing the defenders into Cotrone, good challenge. Bonaventura tees up Suso, he's put it just wide. I thought it was a quick goal on his return there for Suso, not to be. And I always kind of worry when a team gets out of the first 10 minutes without us scoring. We tend to start well when we're going to be playing good. Cotrone losing it as his ball into Suso's intercepted, but he does get it back, the young striker, pokes it for Bonaventura, nips in, and he's just managed to guide it into the bottom corner. An assist for Cotrone and a goal for Giacomo Bonaventura. And not even 20 minutes gone, we've taken the lead in the quarter final. Be nice to win this cup if we're not going to win the league, which, if we're being realistic, Juventus have to be considered the heavy favourites for it. Abate to Masaccio, Locatelli, Bonaventura, Zaniolato, Suso, marauding forward, plays it to Bonaventura, Zaniolato, good play here actually. Bonaventura, nice spin, closed down quickly, back to Locatelli, now Zaniolato, he has Suso for support, it's a good ball into him. Looking to hit Cotrone early, well taken by the youngster, holds off three players. Suso to Bonaventura now, back to Cotrone who made a good move. Can he get a shot away? He can, just over the bar. Good intent from us right after we took the lead. Nicking the ball back, trying to get another. Molinaro now though, plays it to Baselli rather than driving it into the box, which is a bit strange. Back to Molinaro now, Gustafsson forward to Obi. Lyanco, Bonifazi, holding it, Falke into Gustafsson. They're advancing forward pretty well here. We're kind of camped on the edge of our own box. Iago Falke, Baselli, Gustafsson. I'm just waiting for one of them to rattle it. It's actually poked through to Belotti, and he has far too much time, and Andrea Belotti's always going to score that. 1-1, Torino come back. I'd say it was a beautiful goal, but we're camped on the edge of our own box there for far too long. Cotrone finds Paletta, and Antonelli now to Suso as we look to strike back quickly here. Suso getting forward, plays it to Bonaventura, takes it into feet, lovely play, looking for Abate to make a move here. He finally goes, played to him by Bonaventura. Can he find the cross here, Abate? He digs out across, it's in towards Cotrone, and he's headed it well wide. We're approaching half time now. We're definitely the better team here. Antonelli finds Cotrone, and now Suso. Cotrone, who really should be in the box. Cross comes in. Zaniolato, he's hit the woodwork. Unlucky from the young man. Obi can bring it away for Torino. Well, overall, assessing the performance, it's been a good first half from us, but the fact that we're not ahead does leave me with some concern. I think I'm going to be passionate and just say if we can get a goal, I make us favourites. Someone at the back. Paletta and Romagnoli not playing well. Misaki not exactly great either. I'm going to bring Bonucci on for Paletta there. Suso can actually come off now for Çalhanoğlu. He's already played 45 minutes. He was recommended 75, but coming back from injury, I think 45 is plenty. And of course, he's not playing well, so that informs it too. Locatelli playing it to Misakio. I think what we're going to do for our last change, we've got Frank Kessie still in the wings. Zaniolato off for Frank Kessie will certainly be a change we'll make if we're not winning late on. Brilliant dribbling there by Bonaventura to get by one, but then Baselli manages to get in and nick the ball off him. De Silvestri goes in the book in what's been a pretty clean game actually. First booking so far as we approach the hour mark. Falke trying to get forward on it now. Oh, come on. How many red cards have we had already in this game? Yep, Luca Antonelli. Red carded. I wouldn't mind so much if they were getting 2 bookings, but challenges like that are just ridiculous. So Rodriguez will come on for Bonaventura, I guess. We'll go with this. We'll go with the standard mentality without changing too much. We've been dominating the game, so I'm going to try and still keep that dominance going, but yeah, we're in trouble now. Baselli over the wall, high and wide, because the free kicks never go in. Molinaro booked as well, so both fullbacks actually for Torino are in the book. De Silvestri forward to Falke. Baselli now. Pretty good marking so far. Ball to Falke. Somehow he's onside. Drives it low, and it's one of those. Donnarumma away, and Bonucci can clear. And Kulu is on for De Silvestri now. Didn't actually know Nkulu was at Torino. Strange. He was one of those guys in past football managers who would go to a team like Arsenal and be a starting centre back. 85 gone now, and Torino clearly with the momentum here. Gustafsson to Alex, who's got tons of space, cutting in, shoots one, and it'll be easy for Donnarumma to just clutch that ball. I hope this goes to a replay, but I suspect it goes to extra time. 6 minutes added on here. They pass without event, and it does indeed go to extra time. Okay, I'm going to have to mention the fact that we've got 10 men, which apparently it doesn't allow me to. Don't let it slip away from you. We've been the better team. There we go, some confidence gained from that. Players look ready to walk through walls. Brilliant. I'll tell them to show some passion then and sort of try and play off of that mentality, as Nkulu plays it to Gustafsson and Baselli. Torino starting with possession here in extra time. You would in all honesty expect them to get a goal in this half hour playing against 10 men. Actually coming to half time and extra time already. Absolutely no action. First half of extra time. I probably wouldn't mind actually taking this to penalties. Cotrone to Çalhanoğlu and Locatelli. This might be one of those situations again though I was talking about before, where Juventus just managed to dig out the kind of results. Like Juventus would nick something here in extra time and win this, where there's just wonder if we maybe are going to get punished. Maybe we don't quite have that mentality to dig in and get something yet. Abate to Locatelli. Ball back to Çalhanoğlu. He could angle a ball in here though. Could drive it even. Tackle comes in. Fair one. Locatelli goes down. Penalty given. Okay, so it could come down to a penalty right enough, but in extra time rather than in penalties. Or on penalties. Rodriguez stepping up. One of our better penalty takers at the club. If he scores, it will just be backs to the wall for the last 10 minutes here. Rodriguez waiting for the referee's signal to let him take the penalty. up he steps, Rodriguez, and it's saved by Sirigu. And that does not bode well going into a shootout, if we even get as far as that. Sirigu playing it long, Zaniolato heads are on. It will be picked up though by Alex, and right from the... no, or not. I thought right from the penalty there was going to be some action there, clearly not. Abate picking up an injury sadly here. But we go to penalties, which, as I say, does not bode well given that Sirigu has already saved one. Rodriguez will step up right away though to take the first penalty. I have absolutely no issue putting him on the spot again. If he misses it, we'll just crucify him. Andrea Belotti will step up against Donnarumma. Two exciting young talents of Italian football. I expect Belotti to score. He steps up, hits it, and Donnarumma, a brilliant save by Gianluigi Donnarumma. Rodriguez now trying to right the wrong of the first missed penalty, stepping up against Sirigu. Rodriguez, what way does he go? He goes the other way, and Sirigu denies him again. 0-0 from the first two penalties. Iago Falchi now stepping up against Donnarumma. Falchi hits it, and it's wide of the mark. First three penalties all missed, as Çalhanoğlu now against Sirigu, who is 2 for 2 facing penalties today. Çalhanoğlu though stepping up and scoring the first penalty of the shootout. Lovely, 1-0 to Milan, as Baselli steps up against Donnarumma, who's faced 2 penalties without conceding. Baselli scores just beyond the goalkeeper. Cotroni now to keep Milan in the lead. Faces up to Sirigu and will just score, and no more. Lyanco now stepping up. Really needs to score this or it could be curtains. Lyanco versus Donnarumma, who saves. Beautiful from Donnarumma. What a shootout this has been. I think one goal now will end it. It's Bonucci, the big man, stepping up here. Could end it. I'd like to see just a big toe basher here. Just bullet it past the goalkeeper. Bonucci versus Sirigu, who will be harshly done by actually if he loses this shootout. Bonucci to be the hero. Scores. Whew. Relieved is not the word, but you know what? That was one of those performances that I wanted to dig in. Do you know what? I'm very happy. Nobody particularly cares, but I am very happy with that. We dug in and got something. Let's have a little look at the rest of the matches, rest of the fixtures here. Okay, we were the first quarter final. Inter Juve is tomorrow, so what we're going to do, we're actually going to have a look at that before we finish today's action. Antonelli is going to receive a warning for his conduct in that match. Abate is out for 1 to 2 days, which doesn't really concern us. So what we're going to do now, we're going to see Inter versus Juve. Hopefully Inter can put them out, but I'm not holding my breath. Roma and Crotone have a game in the league. Udinese Bologna ends 0-0. Hopefully Udinese can dump them. Inter with the 3-0 victory at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, beating Juventus, who are now out, as Roma are held 2-2 by Crotone. They are now 7 behind us and we have a game in hand. But Bologna go through on penalties. Inter are through by dumping Juventus, and it is the Milan derby in the semi-final of the cup, and the cup is now wide open. So everybody's to win now, with Juventus being dumped out. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that episode. A bit of a disappointing result when we played Cagliari, but you know what, we have to give them credit as well. They set up really well, and we didn't deserve to win it. But looking forward now, we have a real tough set of fixtures next episode. Away from home twice in a row. We go to Bologna, who are having a great season, and we go to Fiorentina, who, as I said when they came to San Siro to kick off the season, you never know what you're going to get with Fiorentina. They can come out some games and you can just sweep them aside, and then they come out other games and they batter you, as they did when they came to San Siro, winning 2-0. So that's next episode, but you know, if you guys have enjoyed this one, if you pop down below and leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow along with the series or the Rangers series and any other series that we may start in the future indeed, then you can subscribe to the channel, for which I'd be eternally grateful. But mostly just thanks for watching the videos, and I'll see you for Bologna and Fiorentina.